What's going on, guys, and welcome to the next Forzathon event for Motorsport 7. Now, before we get into this, I do have to mention that there's different Forzathon events happening right now at the exact same time. Not to mention, the dates and prizes inside the achievements area are not correctly lined up in the in-game objectives and prizes. At this point in time while making this video, I would mainly focus on the challenges we have active inside the game because things will most likely get changed in the coming days. In this video, we'll be focusing on the Freezer Burn driver gear, the Jaguar XKR-S GT, and the Ferrari F12. If you want to see the other challenges for this month, then I'll also have another video going live at the same exact time. Now, these challenges will be running from December 18th and moves on into the new year of January 12th of 2018. So you have almost an entire month to smash them out. So let's go dig into the overview of these challenges. In the first challenge, you need to complete a race with break-in line only. So let's jump into free play mode and select any track that you prefer because we're going to be setting this as a timed race with 30 seconds on the clock, which will look like this. Now you might be wondering why I selected the car division to Forza Group Rally. Later on in this list we'll be forced into this category, so it will be best if we just use the same exact vehicle type throughout the entire list for the driver gear. I personally use Ken Block's Ford Focus because I already own the vehicle, but there's a few choices you can choose from. Now it's time to set up the break-in line handicap. Inside the assist area, you'll need to scroll down to suggested line and select braking only, and then hit accept. After you accepted the new settings, we'll then start the timed race and goof off for 30 seconds. You really don't need to do anything, but I would treat it as a 30-second gymkhana session. After the race is over, I would just hit the quit button back to the main menu. Now, if it doesn't show that I registered, then the quickest way to tell if it did work would be to quickly restart your game. I do that every so often to double check my progress is there. It's faster to do it that way compared to redoing the objective all over again. For the second challenge, you'll need to complete a lap on Spa at night. So let's jump back into free play mode and select Spa. Since I'm running Ken Block's Focus, the track settings will look exactly like this. All is left to do is load up the track and complete the race to move on to the last challenge for the driver gear. For the last challenge to attain the driver gear, you'll need to complete a race in a Forza Group rally car in the rain. Since I have already mentioned this, you should already be in one of these type of vehicles. For my track selection, I went with one of the smallest Top Gear layouts called the West Circuit and ran a quick lap around it in the rain to attain my driver gear. For the next set of challenges, we're looking at the Jaguar, and the first objective is to change your driver gear. This actually might be the easiest one we'll ever do. So let's jump out of here and enter driver gear and just select anything that you want to register that you have changed suits. It's that simple. Now if you did run into an issue, then just restart the game quick. The second challenge will be taking us to the drag strip. So go into free play mode and make sure the game type is set to drag mode. Any track layout in this area should work, but I went with Dubai and used my same Ford Focus that I've been using for most of the videos so far. I didn't have an issue getting it to register, but if you're having problems, then you know the drill. For the last challenge to attain the Jag, you'll need to complete 5 laps on the test track Airfield. Sounds a bit boring, but I found it somewhat entertaining since I brought Ken Block's Focus. So jump back into free play mode and set up a 5-lap circuit race on the Airfield, and these are the settings that I used. After you complete the 5 laps, you'll then receive your prize. For the last set of challenges, we'll be looking at the Ferrari, and the first objective is to complete 3 laps on Brands Hatch in a British car. There's some variety to choose from, but I went with the Ariel Atom V8. As for the track layout in free play mode, I went with the Indy layout since it's the smallest track for Brands Hatch. The rest is pretty simple, just start the race and complete it for the next objective. The second challenge will be pushing a 57 Chevy Bel Air way past the breaking point while we're going at least 120 miles an hour on Homestead, Miami. Now you can achieve this in a bone stock 57 Chevy, but if you're having issues then I would just fully upgrade one to the max. Next I went into free play mode and set up a 1-lap circuit race on the oval to complete this challenge. It's quite easy to understand, so there shouldn't be much of an issue. For the last challenge to attain the Ferrari, you'll need to complete a race on Suzuka in a 1992 Honda NSXR. It could be stock, it could be upgraded, it seriously doesn't matter as long as you grab this exact vehicle. Next, we'll jump back into free play mode one last time and create a timed race with 30 seconds on the clock. After you completed your timed race, you'll then receive your prize. Just remember, if you're having issues, then restart your game quick for the best results. Well, that pretty much wraps up everything that you need to know for this Forzathon event for Motorsport 7. So I hope you found this pretty useful, and I'll see you next time.